Hello and welcome back to the Flat Chat. I'm Heggy, here with Callum, and today we're doing the Prem Review Show number 10 for game week 11. So, before we get into that, we'll show the table for the prediction charts. As you can see, I'm bottom. It's looking rough for me right now.
Not great.
Not great. On 62 points, so still achievable to finish top of the table.
You had a good week.
I did have
You
a
had
good
a good
week.
week. We have been. Me and Heggy have actually been down there fighting with the main relegation candidate Aaron for a few weeks now, and it's been pretty hard for us to take, hasn't it?
We've made it into a dogfight.
We have. We've had some good weeks, and there's been a certain stinker with a cowboy hat on, a pink cowboy hat on, that's had a rotter of a week.
Yeah.
3 points this week.
Good.
Jacob won't be happy. Jacob will not be happy.
Get it up, you Jacob.
But it's looking much tighter now.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Jamie, of course, still out in the lead. I think someone's going to catch him very soon. Jacob thought he had last week, but of course with that performance this week,
And of course, if you're new to the channel, bottom place has to do a forfeit where they spend 24 hours in McDonald's. So you'll get to see that in the channel at the end of the season.
Yeah, of course they have to vlog it. So there'll be a few people in here that I really hope don't bottle it and not turn up for the challenge. I personally quite enjoy doing the challenge though.
I think it'd be funny.
It would be funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
Also, we have done a match review for Liverpool versus Man City. We do a match review every week now. It was uploaded yesterday. So if you want to check out our opinions in that game, check it out in that video. We won't be discussing it in this video. So, we've got on to the games that we will be discussing.
Yeah.
Start off Friday night, Brentford v Brighton. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, well, Brentford, of course, going into this, they've been looking all right. I think did they get beaten by Newcastle last weekend, didn't they? Quite comfortably.
Yeah, 5-1.
So they were looking for a bounce back, and that's what they got. Tony's wee flick. Oh, such a good finish.
What a player.
And then, of course, gets his penalty as well. And what can you say about it? I mean, it's Tony with a penalty. It's going in. It's such an interesting run-up. It's as if it's a wee bit like the hop, skip and a jump from Jorginho, but without all the theatrics of it.
It seems more composed.
Yeah, he does.
I think it's 22 penalties now he's hit in a row without missing.
Really?
It's something like it's in his 20s.
It's crazy. But no, Brentford were good. They went into the game up against a Brighton side, of course, with a new manager. And I think they were expecting Brighton to have a lot of the ball, create a lot of chances, which did happen. But with Brighton, of course, they don't take their chances, and Brentford clearly did. Brentford were, I think they were very, very, very up for it, especially on a Friday night at home. I know firsthand how Brentford can be on a Friday night at home as an Arsenal fan, and they were really up for it. And there's a few chances and way more off the bar, an excellent effort.
Yeah.
But of course, I did also mention just there that Brighton do create a lot of chances. They will, the way they play football, even after Potter has left them, they'll create chances. But it's scoring them. It just seems to be the problem. And don't let me forget as well though that Raya had some game.
What a game he had!
He had a great game.
Made up for last week because he had a bit of a stinker, didn't
he?
He?
Terrible. Him and Pinnock as well. They made up for a clean sheet at home against a free-flowing Brighton side.
Yeah. I'm worried for Brighton.
I don't say
I'm worried.
You're worried?
I'm starting to get worried. I'm not worried they'll go down. I'm worried we won't see the Brighton that we have seen under Potter. They are just all out attack though still, which is good to see. But I'm worried that if results don't go their way, we see the end of this all out attacking style, and it just resorts to playing boring, trying to get results.
I don't think that's his style. I think that's why they brought him in. They brought De Zerbi in.
I really hope you're right.
Yeah, but we'll see. It was two quite exciting teams playing against each other, especially based on this season and the previous season. It wasn't what I expected, to be honest. I didn't expect Brentford to come away with the 3 points, if I'm honest.
I thought it'd be tighter.
I thought it would be tighter as well. And I thought also the game, I know I mentioned that it was a Friday night and those games just seem to be, the fans are up for it. It's, fireworks and all that kind of stuff. And it definitely was. It was quite feisty at the end of that first half. I thought, like Veltman especially, he was in amongst it, and the two managers going for it as well.
You said to me during the game, you said you would not expect that from either of these two teams.
Especially not Brighton and Brentford. They're two nice clubs, aren't they? They're meant to be nice clubs.
Second favourite clubs, if you would put it that way. Other team fans like them.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, definitely. But yeah,
On to the early kick-off on Saturday.
Yeah.
Leicester Palace, a bit of a snooze fest in the score, but
yeah.
maybe not in the game. It was quite exciting, I thought.
it was. I mean, Leicester, obviously, Brenda is fighting for his job, isn't he? He needs to pick up points. They thought maybe it was going to go upwards, or they were going to get better with that 4-0 win at Forest, against Forest.
Yeah.
But, of course, last week, that result, the 2-1 defeat, it was at Bournemouth, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
He was back under pressure, and Leicester, we're going into this game needing to get something from the game, possibly 3 points. Probably 3 points, if we're honest.
I think 3 points were needed here.
Yeah, and to be fair to Leicester, they played some good stuff. They were probably by far the better side.
Yeah.
Palace on the breakaway were all right. Of course they are. They're always going to be. They've got those, what we like to call drippy ballers.
They're riddled with them.
Oh, they are. They definitely are. And players like Elise didn't even start. He came on. But no, Leicester should have taken a few of their chances. And I think Brenda's not going to thank them for that, is he?
No, definitely not. Do you think Palace are looking a lot weaker than they were last season?
No. I think there's something we're going to talk about here with Palace, and that is that they've been getting a lot of stick because they're down near the bottom of the table. Or they were. They had something. Well, they've got 10 points now, so they're 13th. But they're in and around the bottom half, and people are thinking they maybe push on from last season. And a lot of people have been thinking, well, they've not been pulling up trees this season, but we've got to be honest here. They've played Liverpool, City, Arsenal, and Chelsea.
Yeah, they've had really hard fixtures to kick off.
Yeah, they have. So, and now with the run of games they've got coming up, they've got Wolves off the top of my head. They've got West Ham. I think they've got Forest. So they've got games they'll be looking at and going, we can definitely pick up points, especially games at home as well.
Maybe some Palace players to come into the fantasy then.
Well, I've already brought Zaha in, so yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah. And on to one of the games of the weekend, Fulham versus Bournemouth, 2 new teams to the division this season.
It's a championship clash, isn't it?
It just sounds so championship, even when it's in the Premier League.
Yeah.
You think, you know what, could be a championship game. Both occupying totally neutral positions in the table, 10 and 11 after this result.
Yeah, they're both teams that I think have surprised a lot of people this year.
Yeah.
I think Bournemouth in particular.
Definitely.
For me anyway, I thought Bournemouth would be rooted to the bottom of the table for most of the season.
Well, we all had them down in this.
Yeah.
Me and you didn't with Fulham though.
No, I had Fulham 15th and I stick by that. I think Fulham...
You definitely had a good prediction with Fulham. No one else had the belief in them that you did.
But that's the thing, a lot of people have said that they've given so much praise to Mitrovic, and I feel like I gave a little less to Mitrovic than a lot of people, and I just don't think those two things add up.
Yeah.
Where some people thought Mitrovic was going to have a great season, but Fulham weren't going to do well, and I thought the opposite. And I guess we've both kind of been proven wrong in some way.
Yeah.
Because Mitrovic still scored. I don't know how many goals he's on. Is it 6 or 7 this season?
It must be 7.
Yeah. No, he's doing well. Penalty, simple. I don't know what the Bournemouth player's doing to blocking him.
No, that was at the corner.
Stupidity,
wasn't it?
Holding
the man.
That was their first goal, Fulham, was it not? Or was it the second?
No,
it was the second.
Yeah.
Second. The first goal, of course, that they got was the Isa Diop header from the Pereira corner. Unfortunately, I didn't have Pereira in my starting 11. He was on my bench. We have to link everything back to fantasy.
Yeah.
Because that's what really matters. No,
I think this is an okay result for both teams.
Yeah, I think they both will. Well, Bournemouth definitely will take this. Yeah. Solanke, great goal.
He's actually looking really good.
Yeah, he is. Billing as well, his strike partner. I thought Billing was
He's a DM though.
That's what I thought, but he's not. He plays as a second striker sort of thing. Sort of him and Solanke forming a little bit of a partnership.
Two big boys as well.
Yeah, for sure. But they'll be very happy with this Bournemouth. I think it could have been them that got the penalty. I think someone gets pulled back by Fulham they don't give it. I think there was in the game. So there was a few.
There was a few
moments.
This week.
There was a few. We always talk about them. We always talk about those, the mistakes made by VAR and the referees. But yeah, as you said, definitely they'll both take a 2 point or to take a point in that 2-2 draw.
Yeah. And on to the next game, bottom of the table this time, Wolves versus Forest, finished 1-0 to Wolves.
Now, when you said snooze fest of a scoreline, when you were talking about the Palace against Leicester game, you were completely wrong when you're looking at this game. Because this game is the snooze fest. That first half was abysmal. No team looked like they really wanted to win it. If anyone, you're obviously edging Wolves here.
Yeah.
They do play some nice football, but it's.
Do they though? They're definitely.
They keep the ball. They play a lot of They play a lot of nice football in front of your team. Forest terrible.
These are my two least favourite teams to watch in the league this season.
Think so?
Yeah. I think every other team has exciting moments, and you don't get many with these two teams.
That's the thing though with Wolves. They've got some exciting players.
Yeah, exactly. It's so weird. Especially like Adama Traore. You've got Diego Costa, who's always fun to watch during the game.
Mm-hmm.
He had some good moments this week with Adama Traore.
Yeah, no, Adama Traore was getting it. I think if any positives you take from Wolves would be the fact that they can get into good areas to put balls into the box.
Yeah, they just need to work in the final product.
And that's been Adama Traore's issue for a long time, hasn't it?
That's why he didn't work out at Barcelona.
Yeah,
they really didn't like the fact that he had literally no end product.
Actually, none. I don't know. Like, I think
he should be an NFL player.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the way the ball, I think there was a opportunity for him to put the ball straight in for Costa, and you see the ball goes to the back post, and Costa instead of looking to the back post to see what's happening and who's putting the ball back in for him, he's slapping the floor and staring Adama Traore down. That'll be a good fight.
I know. Who's your money on? Has to be Costa, surely.
Hold on. No.
Really? Costa is mental. He's going to try and bite Traore's ear off or something.
I think Adama's just too... Oh, I don't know. It's a tough one.
Aye.
It's a tough one.
Traore would maybe get some good hits in, but I'm still going Costa.
Yeah,
that's South American.
Yeah, just for the sake of talking sake, I'll take Traore. It's crazy to show how boring this game is. We're now talking about two players on the same side having a fight with each other. That's the level. That is the level.
And swiftly on
to the next game though. So that was only 2-3 o'clock kickoffs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
On to Spurs Everton.
Good result for Spurs.
Very good result for Spurs.
Everton have been tricky to beat.
They have been. They haven't conceded many goals. I think they've got the 5th best defensive record in the league now. It was up there. It was first at one point. I'm sure Jacob mentioned that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
But they, like we expected, have trickled down that table, just like they'll probably trickle down this one.
Yeah. Newcastle are now the team that's conceded the least with 9.
Are they?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So this one, I think there's only one place to start. Jordan Pickford. I think it was a bit poor from him for the Harry Kane penalty.
He spills the ball in the first place, and then it's not really that it's a mistake afterwards that him coming to try and collect the ball.
It's a result of the first thing that happened.
Yeah, it is. It's the spilling of the ball which is poor from him, and then Kane obviously makes the most of it.
He's such a rat.
He is a bit of a rat. It's the hand in the air when he's mid-air, hand in the air, appealing for it already because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He knows, this is an opportunity to get fouled. I'll jump in the air and I'll pretend to dive. Yeah. That's what he's done.
If he's my striker though, I'm loving it.
Oh, of course you are. Spurs fans loving that. That is the sign of a world-class striker right there. I hate to say it, but it is. And Pickford's just fallen for it. So it's just Kane for it. And of course he's going to score that, isn't he? Even against his England teammate Jordan Pickford. Scored the penalty.
It was a good penalty, but the second one, that was a bit shocking as well from Everton. Just totally open in the middle. Højbjerg had all the space in the world.
And the ball picked out, I think it was Ben.
Deflected off him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Everton have had a good defence this season, but they didn't show it in this game.
No.
And they didn't score as well. And I've said all season, I don't see them scoring.
Mm-hmm.
They've not scored this game. They did score the last game with Iwobi, but it was a screamer. It wasn't a well-worked goal. I just still don't see where they're getting goals from.
I completely agree with you there. I just think they're gonna struggle to get goals. Even when we see them, they did actually create a few opportunities where they split Spurs open. To mind the Damari Gray one, where he's running down the right hand side and he just completely blazes over the bar.
Yeah.
And then similarly, Onana as well does the same thing over the bar. They're not even hitting the target.
Yeah, that was a good chance Onana one.
It's a bit of composure. It's what's needed from those Everton players, especially when they're getting as little chances as they do.
They're screaming for the donkey to be back, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, to be fully fit.
Yeah, so he can miss all the sitters for them. That's exactly what. No, but Everton won't be pleased with this one. But they were away to a tough place. Spurs at home. Spurs, they're still up there. They're level on points with City, but they're 4 points off top. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
No, I don't. But yeah, they'll be pleased with that, Spurs.
Yeah. So on to Sunday now. We'll start with another team in the top 4, Chelsea, away to Villa. Good result, 2-0.
Good result,
Expected though.
Yeah, expected. Villa, they've been looking poor, haven't they, this season?
They're not where you think they would be from the start of the season.
No, a lot of people give them credit. I haven't been giving them as much credit as a lot of others have been. I don't like Villa for bias and for biased reasons such as little rats like Emi Martinez. Having this feeling that they were a big club last year when they got Buendia, things like that. I just have a personal vendetta against Aston Villa. So Villa fans, if you're here, you can see yourself out. No, I'm joking. The Villa didn't deserve much from this game, and it just Chelsea. You're right. It was a good result.
2 errors though for the goals. Mings for the first and potentially Martinez for the second. I know you specifically think it was for Martinez.
I've said I've got a bit of bias in me there. But no, first of all, Mings dreadful.
Yeah.
Dreadful, and just stands there afterwards, just like, what have I done? Yeah, but Mount has to put the ball in the back of the net.
Good finish.
Good finish. First time ball, obviously coming down from in the air. Yeah, he can't knock the finish. Great finish, and then of course the free kick even better.
Absolute screamer.
It's a great finish. So he's obviously is it a knuckleball?
Not even, because it swerves the other way.
Yeah.
As a professional goalkeeper myself, I feel as part of the goalkeeper union, I feel sorry for Martinez. I think he's got very little chance of predicting the way that ball's moved. It has completely changed direction 6 yards out in front of him. I don't know how Mount's done it.
Oh no, I think it's just a great. Well, if you've not seen the video of Mason Mount when he was younger, hit a free kick like that.
It was teaching Tammy Abraham how to hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good video.
He's showing you in a video, this is what's going to happen, what you're doing. I'm sorry, it's terrible. He's just rooted Martinez. A better keeper saves it, and Martinez, unfortunately, is probably championship level. I'm joking. He's League One.
Are you joking though?
League One. He's wrong-footed Martinez. But I would hope for more from my keeper, if I'm honest.
Next up, we'll go on to a game with 2 teams in the top 6, Man United and Newcastle, a goalless draw. It was kind of expected, these 2 teams to be tight. Yeah,
definitely. I think we actually, in our predictions, all of us had 2-1 to Man United, which seems like a fair prediction, considering that seems to be the game, the result they have every week. But this one wasn't. It was 0-0. But there could have been goals.
Yeah.
There was a lot of missed chances. There was potentially 2 penalties, one for each side.
And Sui with the tap in.
And little Sue tried to be cheeky. I don't know what he was trying. But all the Man United players, being little rodents like they are, decide to get on the referee's case. Because Trippier's passed the ball back, or rolled the ball back to his keeper to take the free kick.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo's seen an opportunity there and thought, you know what? I've got this ref's nudes. I'm gonna get away with this one. Honestly, I cannot stand them. Especially, I was just watching it when I've seen it back. Just watching Bruno Fernandes orchestrate it all as well, and at the referee's face. Oh, I cannot stand that, man.
Let me tell you though, if I'm Ronaldo there, I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm putting that ball in the net.
Well, of course you are, because if you're Ronaldo, you're like
I think he has to.
No one does that. It's not normal. No, right.
You don't usually see players kicking it back like that short a distance.
He's giving it back to the keeper and then walks away.
I know the intent is.
But Heggie, people do that to gain an advantage from a corner or somewhere around the box because it's going to catch the defence out and it's going to gain something from it. Not in your own half. It's a load of nonsense. Don't even give him anything.
Listen,
don't give him anything.
The intent was obvious that Trippier wasn't taking the free kick.
Yeah, obviously.
But Ronaldo has to do it just in case.
No, he doesn't.
I think he does.
No one does it. No one does that.
I think he does.
Well,
because no one does it.
If Ronaldo gets the goal, and it's given, then you say he has to do it. But clearly the referee sees that and goes, well, it's obviously not, because that's not you just can't give that.
I think Ronaldo's done it as well because Pope's took an insane amount of time to kick the ball. I think he's been frustrated. I think Pope has just took too long to kick it. He took 10 seconds to take a
because there's still some conversations going on in the pitch with the referee. That's why.
I didn't see that, but
just You can say that Ronaldo's being cheeky. Just say that.
It's been cheeky.
That's
but
all
I would
he's
do
been.
it. That's what I'm saying. If I'm in his position, I'm doing that as well. Just in case.
I don't know about that. I don't think you would.
Right, penultimate game. Southampton, West Ham.
Is it?
Yeah, one each.
Miss Leeds are. Oh, of course. Okay. I forgot we did Liverpool Man City.
We've done Liverpool, Man City.
Yeah.
That'll be in the other video if you want to check it
Southampton
out.
Man City, West Ham. Perfect. I predicted this one as well. 1-1.
You were the only one to predict a draw,
Yeah.
so you can see the future.
No, unfortunately not, because I'm up top like Jamie. But no, this is. I just thought Southampton being at home, West Ham weren't going to get the win. But to be fair to them, Declan Rice with a great goal.
Yeah, definitely.
Very different to Southampton's goal. Seemed a bit lucky with the deflection. But you don't shoot, you don't score.
Exactly.
Like Ronaldo.
Exactly.
So he has to cheat to score now. God.
Well, he's finished, so.
Yeah, it's finished. No. I think the biggest talking point in this, from a Southampton point of view, is the Kotchap, the centre-back, going off injured.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up.
Because he's been excellent this season.
I think he's been the player of the season.
Yeah.
I think there was Southampton fans talking it was just as good as Van Dijk when he was there. I think that was a bit over the top because Van Dijk was unreal. But
and he's obviously
he's only
half
20.
the player that Saliba is.
Yeah, exactly.
Not including today.
No,
but
but
we'll get to that.
Kotchap's only 20. This is a major blow for his development, and Southampton he has been the rock at the back for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think they would have got less points than they have. I know they've only got 8,
Yeah.
but he's been unbelievable. No, it's just really bad for them.
Yeah.
West Ham missed a good few chances today. Skamaka missed a few.
He did.
But he's getting himself in those positions
Yeah.
to get the goals.
The Darwin Núñez effect, yes. He gets it is smart centre forward play to get into the positions he is. He's now becoming that target man for them, which is great to see him actually integrated into the squad. Because for the start of the season, there was a lot of it was just Antonio, and you were never seeing Skamaka.
Yeah.
Paqueta as well. No, I think West Ham they will be fine. They will creep up the table, and I actually think they will get themselves into the top 10 at some point soon.
Yeah, but they're 12th now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think they'll be up there in the top 10 for sure.
Yeah. I don't know the XG stats in this game, but they must have won it in XG.
Yeah,
they had a lot of good chances.
They did have a lot of good chances, and again, as you said, it was Skamaka that was on the end of a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I think in another day he
scored,
bags a few, doesn't he?
Definitely. But we've saw it this season. He's scored good goals.
Yeah, he's a good centre forward, and I think he'll only get better and better with that West Ham side around him.
Definitely.
But yeah, on to the final game that we're going to talk about today. My beloved Arsenal went away to Leeds and came away as top of the table. That's all I can say, but that was him.
Is that us? Yeah.
That's us done.
I don't think you want to talk about this game, do you?
No, I will talk about this game because it is, as Stu, I hope you're watching, would love to say, that is the performance of champions.
Yeah. No, it was terrible.
They were terrible. They were,
especially the second.
The first
half.
Right, to be fair, in the first half,
it was
you
scrappy.
it was scrappy. You could see what Leeds were going to do. They were going to try and play in the counter, catch Arsenal. They did a couple of times, but Arsenal controlled the game till that point. I thought Odegaard played really well in that first half. Saka, of course, with a great goal. I think Xhaka was all right as well. Ramsdale made a couple of good saves.
Especially that down low from the corner.
Yeah.
That was a really good save.
Yeah, it was a really good save. I'd say that till that point there was a few good performers. And everyone else was kind of just having an okay day. I felt like it was a bit slow. I felt like we'd kind of continued on from the Thursday against Bodo Glimt, where no one really was giving it their all. We're not winning 50-50s, but we're still in that first half had a bit of control. And then the second half came. Patrick Bamford came on.
Caused chaos.
He caused absolute chaos. Could have had a goal straight away.
He pushed Gabriel though.
He did push Gabriel. It is a foul.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming he'll be annoyed at that because he didn't need to do what he did. Because Gabriel could have made a mistake on his own, to be honest with you. He probably should have banked on that with the way Gabriel's been playing recently. And then you thought, right, that's the wake-up call Arsenal need. This game's going to be, they're going to go at it. It's Leeds away. Like, their fans were really, really going for it as well. And the game just continued the way that the half started. Leeds were pushing for a goal. Arsenal were just making mistake after mistake. It was terrible.
Yeah.
I've not seen Arsenal play that poorly in quite a while. I think the last time I can remember them playing like that was Newcastle when they lost away.
3-0. At the end of 2-0.
2-0, I think it was. that was since then. They just looked shell shocked out there. I don't know what it was, what happened.
I know what it was. It was the ref's mic not working. That's what we'll blame the performance on.
Oh no!
The delay at the start.
Whoa! No, you keep those ones, those technical ones there for when we lose the games, not when we play poorly.
No,
Arsenal are just poor. I think that Tomiyasu starting. I thought maybe I understand that he played well last week.
Yeah.
I don't think he should have started this game. I understood why he started last week because Salah cuts in his left. He's right-footed, but I think Tierney needed to play.
Yeah.
We needed something going forward, someone helping Gabriel Martinelli because he just felt isolated out there. We needed to make our passes count as well. It was just there was no communication. I don't know what was going on there, and then obviously chance after chance came, a penalty as well.
Bamford's put it wide.
You
have to hit the target.
He has to.
Very, very bad.
Yeah. I think
Aaron was crying at that point. Apparently, we don't actually know. It was just rumours that we heard.
I think that's actually when Aaron got in. He was out. He got in and Bamford put a penalty wide.
He went straight back out for a wee walk to calm down.
Aye, exactly. That's exactly what he did. But no, actually on the penalty, it was definitely a penalty.
Oh, 100%.
It's unfortunate from Saliba there, but it's a clear penalty. But interestingly, in the VAR, and they won't talk about this because of course Leeds get a controversial penalty overturned later on, but Arsenal actually the Leeds player was offside. There was a Leeds player about a metre offside.
Yeah, and the build up.
And it was literally the pass to the player that crossed the ball.
Yeah, it wasn't the player that actually was threatening the handball.
Yeah, so for some reason they missed that.
Yeah, it's because it was a few passes before probably they've
it was
just
a
not looked.
I know, it's just strange.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not. There's no controversy. It's just it's strange how they miss these things. And then of course, what did you make of right at the end? They nearly got another penalty.
It was a very confusing series of events. I think Gabriel has walked back into Bamford. I don't think you can give a foul for it.
No.
But I don't think it's a foul by Bamford either. The refs gave a foul and a penalty to Leeds and sent Gabriel off for when he was rolling about, flung his legs up.
Yeah, but he doesn't actually connect with Bamford.
The refs then looked at the monitor, changed his mind, but he's gave a yellow card to Gabriel and a free kick to Arsenal.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how he can give a yellow card there.
Yeah, no, I'm completely with you there.
Like, it's either a red card or nothing.
Yeah.
Like, what does he give the yellow card for? Because if you kick out, it's a red.
Yeah, but he's kicked out and not connected, which is what I think he's gone for the yellow card for. But I don't know if that's the rules. I think the
rule is if there's intent, it's a red. So it's either a red or nothing. I think he's messed up.
But then it's not. It's nothing then because...
Yeah, I think it's nothing.
Yeah.
But I think he's messed up giving a yellow there.
You should just cancel the red cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
And it should have been a drop ball, but he's gave a free kick to
I think I think the decision there is he's made the wrong decision in thinking it's now a foul for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Which is odd, and the game went on for about till the 99th minute or something.
It was actually like 2.5 hours after
the kick-off was meant to be, because obviously there was a big delay.
Yeah.
Which is why there was probably so many VAR issues as well. Could have been a factor maybe in it, but
as you said, if you lost the game, you had a wee excuse ready.
Oh, there was an excuse ready.
Yeah.
No, to be fair, the excuse today was that Arsenal just weren't up for the game.
No, definitely. That was the worst I've seen them this season by an absolute country mile.
There's no complaints from me there.
They couldn't even string 3 passes together.
No, they weren't. They were terrible. I don't understand what was happening. It wasn't like Leeds were obviously pressing high and they were working hard. In fact, they weren't even pressing high because they would let Arsenal get the ball at their box, and they would get to almost halfway, and then Leeds the whole team is on them.
I think the way they press is the first phase when the defenders have it, they don't press. If it goes to the midfield, they don't press. But if they pass back, that's when they all press as a team.
Yeah,
I think that's the trigger.
I think you're spot on.
I think I really like the way that they press. I think the press is a unit. I think they have a lot of fast players, so it looks better than other teams maybe doing it. But it did pay off because they had much dominance in the second half, but they just couldn't.
Oh, they did. If I'm talking about this game, what the fair result would have been? Arsenal in the first half, of course, I said were the better side, but narrowly.
The
they
one
controlled the game more.
Fair. in the first half.
What's that?
The 1-goal lead was fair in the
Yes,
first
I would
half.
say that, but I think Leeds could have scored 3 in the second half.
Yeah.
If we're honest, they just weren't taking their chances, and that's probably why they are down in 15th place right now,
Yeah.
with the game in hand. Granted, and they are the lowest team down with a game in hand.
I think this is more a wake-up call for Arsenal.
Yes, I think, I could completely agree with that. You can't just...
Yeah, they can't just turn up and win against these teams. They are going to fight for every single ball, every single point available, because they need all these points to stay in the division. And I think Arsenal were quite complacent today. Turned up expecting just to walk over Leeds. They did come away with the win. Hopefully it teaches them in the future. Don't do that. Just go and play your game.
Yeah, and interesting enough, that's 4 clean sheets from their 5 away games this season.
Yeah.
And I know we're saying that after how bad Arsenal were, but it is pretty impressive, and they are top of the table.
Yeah.
And they're 4 points top, 4 points off Man City, or ahead of Man City actually.
Looking good for Arsenal.
It is looking good for Arsenal. As crazy as it is to say, 9 wins, 1 loss from 10 games. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It is champion form.
5 points clear of 4th place
Yeah.
if they win their game in hand, and 8 points clear of 5th if they win their game in hand.
Yeah.
So you've got a good wee cushion.
We do have a good wee cushion. I'm just still, especially with the performance today, I know we say, oh, well, that's the performance of champions when you don't play well and win. But let's be honest, that result there makes me more worried than anything.
More confident last week after the result rather than this week, even though you've got the win.
Yeah, for sure. And I think Man City are just still going to... I'm still worried about Man City, of course I am. But...
That's reasonable.
It's alright. Anyone but Spurs. It's anyone but Spurs.
Yeah. So is that us then?
That's definitely us, yeah. We've talked a good game there, haven't we?
Yeah.
Of course, there is games during the week. We will not be able to do a preview for that. We've got other things we are planning as well.
No review either.
We won't be able to review either, because again, we're doing other videos and stuff for you guys. But we will do our predictions. So the table will be updated for the next time you see our next video.
Yes.
But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe.